Oh, is that on? They know me around here as the Reverend. Am I camera friendly? What we're doing here is we're training. I mean, our motto here is real strength for the real world, and we try to live that. We're breaking out of the mirror muscle model that you see at a lot of strip mall fitness centers. The stuff that we do is very practical, working with fighters, first responders, tactical operators. It's strength that's applicable to real world situations. Never once have I had to bicep curl anyone in a fight. That's just never happened to me. We use a lot of very unconventional methods because they work, period. This is how old school strongmen used to train. The guys that really wanted to scream and curse and break out the Black Sabbath and chunk heavy things around and just beat themselves to death, you got to provide a spot for that. It provides them a measure of certainty in an increasingly uncertain world, and that by itself gives them edge over competition. There's plenty of so-called coaches that stand over your shoulder and scream and yell at you and tell you how weak you are and worthless, maybe it's a mommy issue. I don't know what it is with guys like that, but to me, there's nothing to be accomplished through that. Here, it's more of a familial atmosphere. Everybody's in here. We're laughing, we're joking, we're cranking up the music, we're sweating, we're bleeding occasionally, but we're having a good time together, and we're getting stronger together, and that's the essence of all of it. Our anchor is the Russian kettlebell. It's not the be-all, end-all. Nothing is. But as far as its versatility as a fitness implement, it can be beat. If you run out of things to do with the kettlebell, you just lack imagination. We have an array of kettlebells in different weights, and we have an array of exercise progressions and intensity levels that we can adapt and modify according to the needs of the client. This isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. The human body is simultaneously fragile and vulnerable, but at the same time, one of the most incredibly well-adapted evolutionary structures ever to walk the face of the planet. It will handle amounts of punishment far beyond the day-to-day demands that we place upon it. You can convince yourself that you are weaker than you are, and most people do, and they live their entire lives in that sort of fear and that sort of self-restriction. Or you can wire that circuit board and convince yourself that you are stronger, not only than anybody else thought possible, but that you yourself ever thought humanly possible. And you can push past that limit and drive yourself to achieve things that conventional wisdom would tell you are beyond your physical limitations. Strength. You give yourself when you train beyond and push beyond your own limitations. If you believe you can, or if you believe you cannot, you're right.